It was clear that Ji-won had not received Eun-ho's confession letter and had never written a letter of inquiry to him. Ji-won immediately realized everything. She asked Eun-ho to bring the letter of inquiry to her if he had time. The next day, Ji-won went to the company. Ji-won was no longer wearing that rustic outfit. Her new look made the surrounding colleagues gasp. Soo-min was about to talk when Min-ho pushed her away mercilessly. "Are you really my girlfriend? I didn't recognize you. You wanted to give me a surprise. I was so surprised. Honey, you look like someone else without your glasses." I've never seen Ji-won without her glasses. Oh my god, how could that be? It's just so different. Looking at Ji-won, she was really different. This intimate scene between the two was accidentally seen by Section Chief Do. Ji-won even smiled brightly. Ji-hyuk was so engrossed that he accidentally bumped into something on the table. I'm sorry. Section Chief, let me help you clean it up. Then I'll leave it to you. Section Chief ignored Soo-min, walked straight towards Ji-won. I feel like what you're wearing today isn't suitable for the company. It looks good on you. Why did you say that to her? Maybe it's because I've never seen her without her glasses before, that's why I feel that way. I'm sorry. I saw it yesterday. Yesterday was the weekend and this is the first time I've gone to work. Ji-won also noticed that the manager was wearing contact lenses today. She feels that you're extremely handsome. Soo-min also ran over to compliment Ji-hyuk on his handsomeness. Ji-hyuk interrupted Soo-min and left the office embarrassed. Min-ho knew that the two of them had met privately yesterday and suddenly felt dangerous. During lunch break, everyone gathered around and praised Min-ho for having good eyesight. How did you get a girlfriend as beautiful as Ji-won? That's because people don't know. Ji-won is naturally beautiful. You have to keep Ji-won safe. I heard that there are male colleagues in the company who have their eyes on Ji-won. Min-ho said that she wasn't scared, but as soon as she turned around, she hurriedly looked for Ji-won. Min-ho pretended to care about Ji-won and then asked her why she met with department head Ji-hyuk yesterday. Ji-won feels a little guilty for taking advantage of Ji-hyuk. Because there was something urgent, Ji-hyuk called me there. That's why I hurriedly left the class reunion. That bastard can't be like that. I think Ji-hyuk seems to be paying attention to you. Ji-won immediately retorted that it was impossible. Min-ho said that her intuition was always right. Because she was so beautiful, it drove him crazy. How hateful. To assert her sovereignty, Min-ho happily held Ji-won's hand. You're really beautiful today. But if you're so beautiful and you hover around me, I'll be angry. Only I can admire you. You're mine. Ji-won felt nauseous when she saw Min-ho's hand reaching towards her. Seeing that Min-ho was about to go further, Ji-won immediately pushed the hot coffee cup on the table onto him. To save the burned boy, Min-ho hurriedly ran away. While Soo-min was wondering, Ji-won suddenly appeared in front of her. Ji-won suddenly discovered that her new friend had a secret crush on the department head at the company. Seeing the two of them being so intimate, Ji-won was extremely shocked. Ji-won had no idea that Jae-on was actually Ji-hyo's biological sister. At the same time, Ji-hyo's reincarnation identity was also confirmed. He changed his previous style and started helping Ji-won punish the couple. Ji-won also started attacking his best friend. Soo-min wanted to apologize to her for what happened at the class reunion. However, Soo-min was still stubborn and refused to admit her mistake. It happened 10 years ago, why do you blame me? It's true that I wasn't thinking clearly at that time, so I said something wrong. But you know, I often misunderstand. After listening, Ji-won was speechless. She smiled and said that she was no longer angry, but her tone was still full of sarcasm. Unless you want to bully me and make me look like a freak. But only a crazy person would treat their best friend like that, right? That's right, there's no reason for me to do that. Ji-won suddenly talked about her school days. At that time, the bully girl often used strange things to torment her. So tomorrow, Ji-won will go see Eun-ho to clarify everything. You want to see Eun-ho? That's right, the other day he gave me his phone number and asked to meet me. Soo-min suddenly got scared. Ji-won told Soo-min not to worry about her. This time she will make the person behind it pay dearly. Soo-min suddenly changed the subject. She felt that Min-hon would be unhappy when Ji-won went to see another man. My Min-hon is not that kind of person. As long as I'm happy, Min-hon is happy too. Moreover, the stock price has been increasing recently, so Min-hon has earned a lot of money. Min-hon is trying to buy a house for both of them. That's great. Ji-won knows that her best friend is trying to play a trick on her. After work, Soo-min deliberately takes the elevator with Ji-won. Soo-min acts very friendly, but Ji-won doesn't respond to her enthusiasm. The two of us are going together again. After entering the elevator, Ji-hyuk, who came later, also wants to go on the same trip. At this moment, Ji-hyuk sees Ji-won inside. He immediately opens the elevator door and enters. In the elevator, assistant Jong suddenly praises Ji-won's hairstyle. No wonder everyone is jealous of Min-hon. Some people also say that Ji-won and Min-hon are a good match. These words are like a knife that gradually stabs Ji-hyuk's heart. The elevator stops on the first floor. Ji-hyuk doesn't follow the crowd but turns back to call Ji-won. He asks her why she is dressed like that to the company today. Ji-won curiously asks Ji-hyuk why she is dressed so strangely today. Ji-hyuk hesitated and finally mustered up the courage to tell Ji-won that he was wearing contact lenses today because of her advice. Ji-hyuk wanted to know who Ji-won was dressing so nicely for. Ji-won explained that she dressed like that on purpose today just because she wanted to feel better. She also wanted the colleagues around her to change their attitudes towards her. Hearing Ji-won's explanation, Ji-hyuk suddenly burst out laughing. You look really different when you smile. Please smile more in the future. Although I'm not very knowledgeable about fashion, if you change your style, you'll look much more handsome. I just want to advise you like that. Now I'll go first. Ji-hyuk suddenly felt the river of the countryside stretching. Ji-hyuk immediately called his younger sister, Hee-jae-on. Ji-won was waiting for the bus and thought that the section chief seemed to have fallen in love with her. Thinking of this, she couldn't help but feel happy. Suddenly a familiar voice rang out. Ji-won looked to the side and saw her colleague. What's wrong with her? Hee-jae-on, what are you doing? Why are you acting so outrageously? Is it because you're too happy? I know you're happy, but you're still using me. Ji-won saw the intimate actions of the two and suddenly snapped out of her illusion. Ji-won remembered that in her previous life, when Jaeon was transferred, it was because team leader Kim said she had an improper relationship with section chief Do. When she thought of Hee-jae-on being ambiguous with Ji-hyuk, Ji-won suddenly felt embarrassed. She almost did something inappropriate with her best friend. Ji-won suddenly felt lucky to still have Min-hon by her side. If Min-hon hadn't bothered her, there probably wouldn't have been anything between her and the department head. At the same time, Hee-jae-on followed her brother home. As soon as she entered, she bragged to her grandfather that her brother had led her to the VIP room. And her brother told her to choose whatever she wanted. You look so happy? It's been a long time since I've been this happy. Moreover, your brother pretended not to care about brands. He's really super cool. Ji-hyuk, who was sitting next to her, was speechless. He originally didn't intend to let his sister brag to his grandfather. After the two left, his grandfather asked the secretary if she had found that woman yet. I left the information in the president's office. When he got home, Ji-hyuk confided in his little cat. He was wondering whether he should tell Ji-won everything directly or not. Should he hide from Ji-won that she would soon be betrayed by Min-hon and Soo-min? Not only that, those two were the ones who sent Ji-won off to the king's court. But after thinking about it again, Ji-hyuk still decided to ignore it. Because if he did, his identity as a reincarnated person would be exposed. Ji-hyuk sent off his shirt to reveal the heart on his chest. Ji-won once said that every time her father gave her pocket money, he would draw a heart on it. Ji-hyuk suspected that this had some kind of connection. Ji-hyuk's thoughts went back to his previous life. After Ji-won passed away, he attended the funeral. He arrested Min-hon, who was one of the suspects in Kang Ji-won's case. "Miss Dong Soo-min, please come with us." "What the hell is going on?" "Damn it, stop. Why do you want to take me away? Why are you doing this? Let me go." Ji-hyuk personally brought these two heartless people to justice. "How can I send my wife to the afterlife? It was all an accident." Seeing that these two people still haven't repented, Ji-hyuk felt that this was not worthy of Ji-won. The bully and his accomplices were also invited by Soo-min to the ceremony to watch the joke. While they were talking, Ji-hyuk accidentally learned about what happened at the class reunion 10 years ago, when Ji-won had suffered a huge injustice. Our group really went a bit too far with Ji-won. Did Ji-won really make Soo-min break up with Eun-ho? They had just accepted the invitation when Eun-ho suddenly appeared at the funeral. "Eun-ho, why are you here too?" After Eun-ho sat down and wondered what everyone was saying about him. His ex-girlfriend Soo-min was having an affair with Ji-won's husband. "What, I've never dated Dong Soo-min? Really, you guys have never dated?" After knowing everything about Ji-won, Ji-hyuk was really speechless. He started to hate the whole world. After leaving the monk's room, Ji-hyuk accidentally hit a cat. His car was speeding like crazy on the road because he didn't want to enter the station with a truck. Ji-hyuk drove straight into the road. After waking up, a heart suddenly appeared on Ji-hyuk's chest. From that moment on, Ji-hyuk knew he had a second chance to change everything. Before that, he had many chances that he missed. But this time it was different. Ji-hyuk had completely changed. "Ji-won, I'm telling you, all men in this world cheat. After work, where did you go? Tell me the truth." Ji-hyuk was worried that Min-hon would hurt Ji-won. The man suddenly saw his girlfriend looking at the manager with a loving gaze. Feeling the danger of getting stuck with the shark, he immediately stepped forward to scold his girlfriend. "How happy are you?" Just because of a comment criticizing Ji-won's casual dressing style, the next day the manager changed his dressing style. The colleagues were all stunned and surprised when they saw his new appearance. Ji-hyuk walked towards Ji-won to thank her for her advice. Indeed, being handsome also makes you feel better. Min-hon sat behind and accidentally saw the two of them laughing and talking to each other. What are these two people doing? Ji-won obediently followed Min-hon to the break room. Min-hon warned her to keep her distance from other men. Of course, you can't laugh and joke with others like that. Moreover, Ji-hyuk was keeping an eye on Ji-won. "What are you saying? He has a girlfriend." "What does it matter if he has a girlfriend? My little Ji-won, let me tell you. As a man, everyone has a flirtatious nature. Min-hon thinks that even though he has a girlfriend, Ji-hyuk can still be bored with rice and become a noodle. Even if he is married, he can still have fun and play around, let alone have a girlfriend. Do you know who a man's ideal type is? It's a strange woman he just met for the first time. That's what a man is." This made Ji-won extremely disgusted. Ji-won suddenly asked back. "Brother Min-hon would absolutely not be like that, right? Huh? Never mind. It's just because I think all men are like you. All men are foreigners, brother. You are a man, you can see the problem. That's why I have to remind you." Cho Lie-jong accidentally interrupted the conversation between the two. Min-hon smiled and took Ji-won away. Suddenly, Soo-min appeared out of nowhere in front of Min-hon, and immediately ran away. Ever since he changed his style of dress, Ji-hyuk suddenly became the topic of discussion among his colleagues in bed. But in Ji-hyuk's eyes, there was only Ji-won. He even took the initiative to talk to her. "Are you free tonight? What do you want me to do? It's not about work. I just want to invite you to dinner. If possible, please arrange your time. Too bad I have something personal to do tonight. If it's about work, please let me know the time and place so I can arrange it. There's no need to make such a big deal out of it. After being rejected, Ji-hyuk was extremely disappointed, and memories of his student days rushed back into his mind. At that time, everyone was congratulating Ji-hyuk on his leave after 100 days of military service. Suddenly, a drunk Ji-won appeared out of nowhere. Seeing Ji-won's fidgeting figure, his friends couldn't help but be startled. The two thugs beside her looked at her with a cold gaze. They even used the word homemade to tease Ji-won when they were about to do something bad. Ji-hyuk walked up to Ji-won. Hey, are you okay? Didn't you call? Then I'm sorry. Are you really okay? Are you alone? What's your name? That's right, I'm all alone. I'm really lonely without anyone by my side. Ji-won said that 3 months ago her father went to court, and just now she broke up with her boyfriend. There wasn't a single friend around her. Now she was all alone. After saying that, Ji-won fell towards Ji-hyuk. The smell of alcohol on Ji-hyuk made Ji-won feel excited. She even bit him with her mouth. Ji-hyuk saw that Ji-won was drunk, so he had to sit with her on the grass and wait for her to wake up. Ji-won said that she didn't know when she always saw her lover smiling with her best friend. Even though her best friend was both beautiful and kind, and not only that, she was also her only friend. However, she still felt unhappy inside. When she was with Soo-min, she felt like she was nothing more than trash. After listening, Ji-hyuk advised Ji-won to stay away from that kind of friend. Whether the other person was good or bad, as long as that person made her feel uncomfortable, there was no reason to continue being together. But Ji-won had no friends around her. If she left Soo-min, Ji-won would have nothing left. After listening, Ji-hyuk was extremely heartbroken. To comfort the other person, Ji-won said that she was also useless. 15 years ago, his mother went to court alone. After remarrying, his father and stepmother had a younger sister together. Even though everyone treated him well, he always felt uncomfortable. Oh my God, you're really useless. I suddenly felt happy again when I saw a real useless person here. Although his mother's affair made him very heartbroken, wasn't it a good thing that his father had taken another step? Ji-won lamented that if her father could remarry, he probably wouldn't have passed away so soon. Ji-hyuk suddenly came to his senses after hearing this. The two talked until late at night and finally fell asleep on the lawn. The next day when Ji-hyuk woke up, Ji-won had disappeared. Luckily, the two met again at school. Ji-won complained to the cat about the strange guy she met that day. The two talked about many things. She even slept right next to that unpleasant uncle. Hearing this, Ji-hyuk didn't dare to go forward to greet him. After that, he often came here to watch Ji-won feed the stray cats. Sometimes when Ji-won wasn't around, he would feed the cats for her. Winter quickly approached. The two often went to the same place. Ji-hyuk gradually fell in love with this compassionate girl. He secretly built a house for the kitten. Ji-hyuk originally intended to take this opportunity to confess to Ji-won. However, life is not like that. While saving a cat that ran out into the street, Ji-hyuk had an accident. Thus, the fate between the two ended. A few years passed by. The two met again on the first day Ji-hyuk took office. Ji-won appeared before Ji-hyuk as a company employee. Ji-hyuk still liked Ji-won like before. He vowed to seize this opportunity to cut her head off. But what caught his eyes was the intimate scene of Ji-won and Min-hon. After the ice-in, Ji-hyuk decided not to be shy anymore. This time, he must let Ji-won know his true feelings. In order to steal his best friend's plan, this woman shamelessly rushed into the arms of the pregnant group. But Soo-min's plan still didn't succeed. Ji-won discovered Soo-min's secret. Ji-won didn't expect Soo-min to be trying to copy his handwriting. Not only did he write a letter rejecting Eun-ho's confession for him, but he also scolded him in the letter. Isn't this your handwriting? This handwriting is very similar to mine, but I really didn't know about the existence of this letter. That means Su-min copied my handwriting. Ji-won suddenly flew into a rage. Ji-hyuk secretly bought the stocks that Ji-won was following. Grandpa discovered this. You said Ronrento, right? You're sure there's nothing special about you, right? Although the stock price has skyrocketed, according to our intelligence, this project is still uncertain. This is not a company related to Ji-hyuk. Grandpa knows that Ji-hyuk never loses money in business. Seeing that he has not sold the stock yet, Grandpa suddenly does not understand what Ji-hyuk is thinking. He asked his secretary to check if Ji-hyuk has any accounts under his name. Ever since Ji-hyuk changed his style to become handsome, the female colleagues in the company have been excited. Ji-won discovered that only Hae-jae-on could not care. This made Ji-won even more certain that the two were secretly dating. At this time, Su-min, who was sitting next to him, suddenly recalled the memories with Ji-won. Please take care of my Ji-won. You don't know how much care he needs. And was very sad when Ji-won went to university in Seoul. However, at that time, Ji-won could not make friends and could only sit in the library all day. And had to go back and forth between Busan and Seoul. Su-min's words instantly froze the atmosphere. Hae-jae-on was irritated and said a few words. Do you see Ji-won every day? Even your boyfriend isn't that diligent. It's because we're good sisters. It's true that you're a confidant. People like that are rare. Friends like that must be rare. At this moment, team leader Kim walked in. Seeing that everyone was just talking and forgetting to do their work, he started to rant. He even ordered Ji-won to go down to the underground parking lot to help him move his car. Why don't you bother to do this after graduating from Korean University? Ji-won angrily went down to the underground parking lot. She was about to kick him when she was afraid that her shoes would get dirty. After entering the elevator, Ji-won knew that her best friend was waiting for her in front of the elevator door. Because she wanted to get some consolation from everyone, she had to say that no one else wanted to play with her. I'm standing here waiting for you because I'm worried about you. Su-min comforted Ji-won with her mouth, but she was scheming in her heart. Ji-won didn't want to give Su-min the fast food box plan. Su-min begged and pleaded with Ji-won to let her join. Even if she was sent to the farm, it's fine. This time I definitely have to become an official employee. Let me join. I'll think about it. Are you still mad at me? I just said it by accident. If you're mad at me, you should say it. If you keep doing this, I'll be hurt. Our destiny is to be together forever. If I can join this project, I can become an official employee. We'll work together in Australia. At this moment, team leader Kim suddenly appeared behind her. He winked at Su-min, then Ji-won was called into the meeting room. Team leader Kim lectured her for not showing him the edited version. She also didn't report to him about forming a new team. Sorry, I haven't arranged the team properly yet. Of course I can't. Your ability is only up to that level. Team leader Kim criticized Ji-won but arbitrarily put Su-min in her team. Ji-won was about to retort when he immediately kicked her out. He even wrote his own name on the project. Working with a familiar market is not in the same class, but I'm still willing to let you join this project. So shut your mouth and get out. Ji-won angrily left the office. She didn't expect that if she didn't hand over this project to her best friend, team leader Kim would blatantly take it away from her. She looked back at her best friend's past and smiled at her. When Ji-won was panicking, the manager came to invite her to dinner. Remembering the date with Eun-ho, Ji-won refused his invitation. After work, she went to the bar to meet Eun-ho. The two of them chatted happily. Ji-won completely ignored the ringing of the phone in her pocket. After a few drinks, the two of them started chatting about their school days, and Eun-ho brought over a letter of inquiry. In the letter, Ji-won not only rejected his confession but also scolded him. She also asked him not to talk to her in the future. Isn't this your handwriting? This looks very similar to my handwriting, but it really wasn't written by me. Only then did Ji-won realize that Soo-min could accurately copy her handwriting. At the same time, Min-hon couldn't contact her friend. The girl could only call Soo-min. I want to ask Soo-min if he knows where Ji-won is? Ji-won just came back. He was dressed up so nicely, he even looked in the mirror several times. I thought he was going on a date with you. Could it be that he wasn't? What was he dressed up so nicely? Min-hon, you have to keep Ji-won safe. Keep what? Ji-won can't run away. He's changed his appearance like that lately. Keep what? Ji-won can't run away. He's changed his appearance like that lately. Women are so unpredictable. Soo-min even deliberately mentioned Ji-won's mother. After giving birth to Ji-won, she immediately went to find another man. Wait, Ji-won's mother had an affair? Min-hon didn't know about this? After Soo-min finished speaking, he told himself that he had said the wrong thing. Soo-min's vague explanation successfully made Min-hon suspicious. I must be crazy. Min-hon, just pretend you didn't hear it. It's all my fault. Cheating doesn't move. It's not a big deal. Of course, what's the big deal? Min-hon is indeed a good man. Anyway, I'll find out where Ji-won went and what she did today, and tell you. It's very possible that Ji-won is doing that. Yeah, probably. Then if there's anything, call me back later. After hanging up the phone, Soo-min felt happy inside. Soo-min had thought of the scenario of Ji-won being embarrassed. The man saw his girlfriend wearing beautiful makeup and going out in the middle of the night. She still had a faint scent of perfume on her body, and he suddenly doubted her in his heart. Did you seduce another man? What's on your face? Are you turning your face away? Min-hon grabbed Ji-won's wrist and asked her who she went with after work. Ji-hyo happened to pass by and saw this scene. Not only did he knock Min-hon to the ground, he also strangled him, making him unable to move. Not long ago, Ji-won discovered that her best friend had stolen her handwriting. Ji-won didn't know what to say. Even though she knew Eun-ho still liked her, Ji-won still said goodbye to him. Now she had a boyfriend. Eun-ho wasn't surprised and asked Ji-won if her boyfriend was the tall guy wearing black glasses. His fashion, he was still a bit old-fashioned. But he was wearing an expensive watch. Could it be Ji-xiao? Why did Eun-ho know Ji-xiao? Eun-ho suddenly mentioned the time before the class reunion. At that time, Ji-xiao came to Eun-ho and told him to definitely come. I thought he was your boyfriend. He seems to be very worried about you. At this time, Ji-xiao drove by and happened to see the two of them talking. He couldn't help but think about random things. After returning home, Eun-ho kept drinking and feeling sad. His friends thought he was rejected. I wasn't rejected. Even though Ji-won now had a boyfriend, Eun-ho still wanted to try once. On the other side, Ji-xiao's mind was filled with the image of the two of them smiling and giving lectures. He was suddenly so jealous that he wanted to call Ji-won immediately. But after a while of hesitation, he still didn't call. Ji-won was upset because she drank on an empty stomach. When she went to buy things at the pharmacy, she saw Min-hon calling her non-stop. She didn't care and turned off the phone. But when walking alone on the way home, Ji-won always felt like someone was following her. She was scared and ran away. Finally, she ran safely to a nearby park. Suddenly, Min-hon appeared in front of her. Oh my God, I was so startled. Are you crazy? Why are you screaming so loudly? Is it me? Did you expect it to be another man? It's not like that. Why did I follow you? I could have just called you. I did that to surprise you. Why didn't you answer my phone? Min-hon started to ask why Ji-won put on makeup and lipstick after work. He came closer and smelled of perfume on her. Are you going to seduce another man? What's on your face? Are you blushing? Like mother, like daughter. Minho's words made Ji-won feel offended. She angrily asked what he meant. Minho started to play dumb. Minho said that it was all because Ji-won's recent actions were too suspicious. Not only did she buy clothes that she didn't normally wear, but she also had a strange scent on her body. Ji-won secretly thought that Soo-min had told Minho about her mother's story. Minho suddenly grabbed Ji-won's wrist and asked who she had been with after work. Ji-won struggled and didn't want to say anything. Minho fiercely stared into her eyes. Ji-hyuk passed by and accidentally saw this scene. He immediately threw Minho to the ground. Seeing that the person who hit her was Ji-hyuk, Minho felt extremely confused. Are the two people behind me secretly doing something? Thinking about what Minho had done to Ji-won in her previous life, Ji-hyuk was extremely angry. He wished he could cut Minho into 1,000 pieces. Seeing this, Ji-won was extremely scared. She quickly stopped this battle. Minho ran halfway and suddenly stopped. He didn't understand why he had to run. That bastard Ji-hyuk, forget it. Why isn't Ji-won following me? She's really crazy. Damn it. Ji-won sat on the chair, helpless. The man who abandoned her in her difficult times was her husband in her previous life. Ji-hyuk handed Ji-won a glass of water. He cared. Asked if her wrist was injured? But why was the department head here? I happened to pass by here. What's the matter? Because she didn't answer the phone, that's why I came here. Ji-won asked Ji-hyuk why he was so worried about her. Moreover, it was after work now. No matter what happened to her, it had nothing to do with the company's department head. I was worried that Uncle Minho would hurt her. Ji-hyuk finally had the courage to tell the truth. He also reminded Ji-won that people would not change. If they did something, they would continue to do it. Ji-won knew that Minho had a tendency to be violent. However, she only found out about this before getting married, but unexpectedly, the department head had realized this a long time ago. Minho has never beaten me. He just did it. What's so worrying about? Don't say that. No one has the right to lay a hand on you. Ji-won did not reveal her reincarnation identity, and silently told the other party not to interfere in this matter. She herself had a perfect way to deal with it. At this moment, Soo-min suddenly walked over. Seeing Ji-won talking to the section chief, she suddenly felt a sense of loss. After all, she had the mood to watch Ji-won and Minho quarrel. Just when Soo-min wanted to eavesdrop on their conversation, Minho suddenly called her. The section chief's feelings made me uncomfortable. Do you know my feelings? From my personal experience, I really hate being betrayed in relationships. I especially think that you should not betray your spouse. I have already resolved that. Resolved? Ji-won did not expect him to treat his girlfriend like a business. Moreover, that person was her good friend. Ji-hyuk is worse than I thought. Hee-jae-on is someone I cherish very much. Ji-hyuk realized that Ji-won had misunderstood. He quickly called his sister. Hee-jae-on? If he didn't say what he wanted to do within 5 seconds, this phone would explode. Does her voice sound like a girlfriend at all? Hee-jae-on, who was hung up on in the middle of school, immediately called back. She wanted to know what her brother was going crazy about just now. Are you two siblings? That's right, Ju Hee-jae-on and Ju Ji-hyuk. Oh my god, I'm really sorry. Please forget what I just said. I misunderstood you too. Don't you always misunderstand everything? I really like you. Hearing Ji-hyuk's sincere confession, Ji-won felt a little proud. Seeing Ji-hyuk slowly approaching her, Ji-won started to feel dizzy. When the two of them were about to kiss, Ji-hyuk suddenly fell into Ji-won's arms. In the following days, Ji-hyuk kept thinking of ways to make Ji-won break up with her boyfriend. It's best for the two of them to break up. The department head has gone too far. Seeing Ji-won getting better and better than Soo-min, he is jealous to the point of madness. Soo-min realizes that Min-hoon is the most decent man among the people Ji-won has dated. So Soo-min decides to take the initiative to attack. In the car, the woman deliberately pulled up her skirt. This scene accidentally caught the eyes of her best friend's lover. Ever since Min-hoon was beaten up by the department head, he has been sitting on the side of the road waiting for Soo-min. Seeing Min-hoon's pitiful appearance, Soo-min not only deliberately put on makeup but also carefully took off 2 cups of his shirt. Min-hoon, are you hurt? Oh my god, did you fight with someone? Then the two of them went to a secluded place. The atmosphere suddenly became extremely ambiguous. Min-hoon could no longer contain the fire in his heart, but Soo-min pushed him away. No way, I can't blame Ji-won. No matter what, I won't let you do that. Not letting the other party get their way, Soo-min sat down and cried. Min-hoon suddenly felt heartbroken. Don't cry, you idiot. What should I do? What should our Ji-won do? Min-hoon gently wiped away Soo-min's tears. He also hugged her in his arms to comfort her. After finishing, Min-hoon took Soo-min home, and he also got out of the car with her. Min-hoon followed her to Soo-min's door. Soo-min immediately closed the door as soon as she entered. She also reminded Min-hoon that she should go home. Min-hoon clearly couldn't bear to leave. He praised that Soo-min's place was really beautiful. This apartment complex is really beautiful. I think it's great to be with you, but it's too complicated between us. After saying that, Soo-min walked out and said that she wanted to be a little honest today. Hearing this, Min-hoon immediately closed her eyes, but Soo-min only kissed his cheek and quickly turned around to go home. Thank you for taking me home today. At the same time, the department head fainted in Ji-won's arms due to overwork. After waking up, Ji-hyuk immediately asked Ji-won if her stomach still hurt and then asked the doctor to check her. Ji-won asked how he knew she had a stomach ache. Ji-hyuk explained that she had a CT scan not long ago. The result was just common gastritis. Did you take a scan of the company? I just took a scan of the company. Wait, why did you take a political scan? But how did the department head know my stomach was not okay? I often take medicine at the company. After the two of them left the hospital, Ji-hyuk wanted Ji-won to accept him. Ji-hyuk said frankly that he was a good person and being with him was not a bad choice. He was the one good guy, but can I trust someone again? I have a boyfriend. Moreover, I am your subordinate. Today's incident made me feel very awkward. Min-hoon will definitely notice. Then let him notice again. In the future, whenever he does that to you, be more careful. I like you. Ji-hyuk confessed to Ji-won again. Ji-hyuk also said that he would not do anything to make Ji-won feel awkward. Just one sentence from you is enough. Just say that you don't like me. But not now. Please consider it. In order not to make Ji-won feel uncomfortable, Ji-hyuk called 2 taxis. Ji-won sat in the car and looked at Ji-hyuk behind her. Her heart began to change. After returning home, Ji-hyuk felt extremely uneasy. He was afraid that Ji-won would really reject him. The next day when Ji-won went to work, Eun-ho brought coffee to the door. Go out and wait for me. There's a traffic jam right now. You're so far away and you're still giving me coffee. Thank you. Seeing the two of them happy, Ji-hyuk felt even more confused. His mind was no longer at work. His gloomy expression was seen by Hai Jae-on. Urgent news that the department head's mood wasn't good today. Be careful that he'll target you. At Hai Jae-on's reminder, Assistant Jong was curious as to why she could see it. Because the two of them were siblings. But they really didn't look alike at all. No matter how you looked at them, they didn't look alike. Thinking of this, Ji-won didn't ask. At this time, Soo-min also arrived at work. As soon as they met, Soo-min asked how Ji-won slept last night. Seeing Soo-min's good mood, Ji-won was sure that something good had happened. Manhwa saw Ji-won and her eyes started to avoid her. Ji-won immediately realized that the two of them had a secret. What's wrong? She clearly saw her face and was still so blank. So women need to be taught a lesson every 3 days. Manhwa ran up to the rooftop to complain. Unexpectedly, the department head heard what he just said. Ji-hyuk immediately reminded that the company had a rule prohibiting office romance. Prohibiting romance? What era is this that it's still prohibited and doesn't know? Isn't it too outdated? Because it's too outdated, it hasn't been implemented for a long time. So many people don't know it exists. But it really exists. No way. It exists because office romance affects the quality of work. Just like his behavior today. Manhwa asked again why Ji-hyuk followed his girlfriend last night. Could it be that the two of them had some kind of shady relationship? Ji-hyuk explained that behind the alley yesterday was the company's logistics warehouse. He accidentally went to check and saw Ji-won being threatened. That's why he stepped in to help. Manhwa immediately declared his sovereignty. He said that it was their private matter. Ji-hyuk has no right to interfere. But Ji-hyuk blatantly asked Manhwa to break up with Ji-won. Break up? Section Chief, it seems like you're going too far. Then just assume that I like Kang Ji-won. No matter what, you can't lay a finger on her. After saying that, Ji-hyuk grabbed Manhwa's wrist and reminded him. You didn't hit her, right? What? You didn't hit her, right? Of course not. Can you not lay a finger on her? Of course you can. I don't care about what happened last night, so I'll spare your life. I understand. Manhwa was confused and didn't understand what was going on. He hid in a corner when Ji-won suddenly came looking for him. Why did you leave without making a sound? You're really making people more and more uncomfortable. Ji-won originally wanted to draw a clear line with Soo-min. But if they broke up now, it would break the law of reincarnation. This will change the relationship between Manhwa and Soo-min. Manhwa took the initiative to apologize for yesterday's incident. But he said Ji-won was also wrong. If I hadn't overreacted, how could that bastard have gotten involved? I'm not the kind of trash who beats women. Violence is a crime. Violence against your boyfriend is a crime. You're so stupid that I'm going crazy. Before, it was because you endured my hot temper that I stopped. From now on, I have to teach you a lesson. Ji-won didn't expect that she was so intimate with the department head, but Manhwa still didn't ask to break up. Ji-won curiously asked Manhwa if he came home last night. Manhwa didn't reveal his relationship with Soo-min but was calculating in his heart. If we compare, Ji-won is more suitable for marriage. Ji-hyuk was looking at Ji-won while Ji-won was only looking at him. At the same time, Ji-won avoided Manhwa's eyes. She was sure that something good must have happened last night. Ji-won took out her bank card and told her boyfriend to take Soo-min to a restaurant. Ji-won discovered that the two were secretly dating behind her back. So she used some tricks to get them together. Manhwa couldn't ask for more. Manhwa took Soo-min to a high-class Western restaurant. Seeing how Manhwa skillfully ordered food made Soo-min extremely moved. He really is a good man. Is this girl fascinated by me? Not only is she knowledgeable, but she is also an employee of a prestigious company. Manhwa is the most decent man, Ji-won once stated. Manhwa also noticed the other party. He was as if he had won the lottery. With just this small action, she was fascinated. The characteristic is that you can feel its flavor. May I ask what kind of grape seed do you want? Give me the last one. The one with the distinctive flavor. Yes, we will prepare it right away. Manhwa asked Soo-min if he slept well last night. Soo-min clearly fell asleep as soon as he lay down, but he lied that he couldn't sleep yesterday. Then she asked Manhwa back, how could he sleep? Actually, Manhwa also slept like a log. The two bastards were toasting each other. The eyes looked at each other more and more affectionately. On the other side, team leader Kim invited the two to eat alone. As soon as he opened his mouth, he asked if they knew Director Kwong. He was his distant cousin. Do I need to see this to decide? Ji-won remembered the scumbag she had met before. Team leader Kim used his connections to steal Ji-won's project. Ji-won worked like a horse to complete the project while team leader Kim sat back and enjoyed the benefits. Team leader Kim was even more outrageous. He felt that Ji-won's fast food box project was unrealistic. After all, it was very difficult to find a restaurant that cooked both delicious and fast food. So he planned to replace the packaging with the original material. Then find a famous chef to build the brand. Just use the company's distribution channel. The meatballs would only take 3 minutes to package. If he added a famous chef, it would become a high-end beefsteak. It couldn't be done. This was completely opposite to Ji-won's idea. Her original intention was to help housewives cook delicious food at home. That's your business, not mine. This time I want to be promoted to deputy manager. That way, Jeong would be promoted to team leader. Only then would she have a future. With this position of hers, she would do whatever people told her to do. In the end, Ji-won still refused to compromise. Team leader Kim wants to kick you out of the project. Team leader, this is my project. You're so funny. How can it be your project? It should be the company's. I agree to develop the project, and Lijeong Market and everyone will benefit. What about Lijeong Market's position? You told Ji-won that everyone should do this together. Why is it you who decides? Don't you want to work in this company anymore? From today on, you're fired. Hand over the work to Lijeong Market and Soo Min-ai. After Ji-won left, he told Lijeong Market to carry out the original plan. Director Wong will help them advance together. It turned out that team leader Kim was just looking for a reason to kick Ji-won out. He wanted to add Director Wong's name to the list. Although Lijeong felt that something was wrong, she still endured it silently because she didn't want to lose her job. Ji-won had just returned to the company when she received a bill. She didn't expect Min to spend 340,000 won on a meal. Ji-won was so angry that she wanted to vomit blood, but this meal could speed up the love process of the couple. So Ji-won had to endure it. Immediately after that, Director Wong submitted the plan to the department head for review. He also said that this was a project done by his distant relative. I'm writing a plan for a snack box. Ji-hyuk-si remembered Ji-won mentioning this project to him. Ji-hyuk-si told Director Wong that he would consider it carefully. After going out, he sent a message to Ji-won. How is the project you mentioned at the Han River going? Ji-won replied that she was still trying to write. She had a countermeasure. She didn't want to bother the department head. But Ji-hyuk-si guessed Ji-won's stubbornness. That evening, Ji-hyuk-si asked Ji-won out. He was preparing to teach her some self-defense techniques in case she was bullied by others. Then they could be used. When they arrived at the Taekwondo Center, Ji-won was surprised to see that the people here knew her. Hello, sister-in-law, are you still as beautiful as ever? Have we met before? Ji-hyuk-si immediately winked. He pretended to know her as soon as he saw a pretty girl. Hello, I'm Kim Shin-yu. He's for the snail car line. Hello, you too. Ji-hyuk-si not only prepared 2 training partners in advance. He even prepared the uniform for her. Ji-won learned very quickly. After a few simple exercises, she was able to defeat her opponent. Success. You've succeeded brilliantly. I did it. Ji-hyuk-si, standing beside her, suddenly became jealous. He started to teach her himself. Ji-won quickly discovered that this subject could relieve pressure very well. She turned her grief and anger into strength and successfully defeated Ji-hyuk-si. Okay, I did it. All the troubles of the day suddenly disappeared. Ji-won looked at Ji-hyuk-si lying beside her, and the scene from college suddenly appeared in her mind. Ji Hyuk gently stroked Ji-won's head. You did well. The next day, Ji-won still went to the company as usual. Seeing the arrogant leader Kim like that, she was full of confidence. Ji-won was sure that she could make the other party fail miserably. After being reincarnated, Ji-won used the memories of her previous life to make her superiors bully her and ruin her reputation. When talking with Ji Hyuk, Ji-won also discovered his reincarnated identity. Ji-won gave the revised plan to team leader Kim. I apologize for my impulsive behavior yesterday. I didn't expect team leader Kim to take out a copy. This is mine. I showed it to you because you thought no one could come up with an idea like yours. Ji-won was so busy that her name wasn't on it. Why can't you see your name on it anymore? Isn't this normal? This project was originally mine. But now everyone involved in this project has the potential to be promoted, so your name isn't on it. Ji-won not only wasn't angry, she also asked team leader Kim to give her another chance. Team leader Kim didn't expect Ji-won to be so reasonable. So he made her combine the two parts. Then he would decide based on her performance. Seeing this scene, Soo-min chuckled. Ji-won was very happy. She also took the cake Eun-ho sent and shared it with Hye-sung. Hye-sung had just tasted a piece and immediately went crazy for this bakery. Hye-sung kept asking Ji-won where she bought it. At this moment Eun-ho called. Did you receive the cake? I'm eating with my colleagues. Who could send such a delicious cake? It must be love. What did she say? It was so delicious. It's good that no one was covering it. I made it myself. You know how to make cakes too. I'll personally make a cake for someone important to me. Eat it. Thank you, I'll eat it well. Hye-sung heard their sweet conversation and thought they were dating. Ji-won immediately denied it. Ji-won explained that she already had a boyfriend. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sure he likes you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to make such a delicious cake. Ji-won suddenly didn't know what to say. Meanwhile, in front of assistant Jang Soo-min hinted that Ji-won was too straightforward and didn't know how to be flexible. After making assistant Jang happy, Soo-min started to entice him. Let's solve this project together. Soo-min thought she had a chance to win, but she didn't know that Ji-won had already started to act. She revised all the information. All of them were in the name of Director Hong. Team leader Kim read it and happily signed it. Although Ji Hyuk didn't understand why Ji-won was so bitter, he still signed the project. After many approvals, the project was finally promoted strongly. Moreover, Director Hong was also made the spokesperson. I, Hong Hyo-in, have been in the food industry for 30 years or so. I can use my own identity to guarantee this product. Thanks to the media coverage, Director Hong was also worshipped. He laughed heartily in the office. He even praised the team leader Kim for being both good and cute. Who thought of using his name? Ji-won said that if you want to quickly attract attention, you have to invite influential people. She thinks that inviting a trustworthy expert is better than a celebrity. Director Hong Hyo-in would probably give users a sense of trust. However, department head Kim took credit for this. Of course it's you. You're both handsome and capable. And you're also the representative of The two of them didn't know that they had fallen into Ji-won's trap. Ji-won, relying on his memories from his previous life, knew that Director Hong would be going abroad during this time. He was even angry and beat the flight attendant on the plane. The passengers on the plane accidentally spread the dirty video. In the end, Director Hong was dismissed. What are you doing? Haven't you finished work yet? Let's buy fried chicken. Seeing that the two of them had become a couple, Ji-won was a bit surprised. Fried chicken was Soo-min's favorite dish. No wonder Min-hon bought it. To arouse Soo-min's jealousy, Ji-won deliberately mentioned that Soo-min used to like Min-hon. While sitting by the window, watching the night view, eating fried chicken. The atmosphere is so wonderful. It's really great. There's also twice as much fried chicken. Really, I want to try it too. Okay, you can try it today. It's late, I have to go. G1 deliberately made an excuse to go to work to create a romantic space for the two of them to be alone. The next day, Director Hong had just gotten on the plane when he received a phone call from G1. After G1 introduced herself, Director Hong started to get angry. How did you know my phone number? You know that the fast food box project you're working on is mine. I want to complain because you guys removed my name from the project. Get off the phone.